Bassline number 1 is Just Around the Corner by Herbie Hancock. Released in 1980 on Herbie's album Mr. Hands, this jazz funk masterpiece showcases why Freddie became one of the most sought-after bassists of his time. At just 19 years old, he landed the gig with Herbie Hancock and has since gone on to play with everyone from Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, Lionel Richie, Whitney Houston, George Benson, Anita Baker, and just so many more. He was actually given the nickname Ready Freddie, as he was literally ready for anything in the studio. So to celebrate Freddie's career, I'm actually going to dive into my top 10 bass lines crafted by the legendary Ready Freddie Washington. By the way, you can grab the PDF with tab and notation below this video, as well as all 10 backing tracks completely for free. You just click the link below in the description. So that bass line I just played, Just Around the Corner, it's in G minor, and he goes chromatically up to the G, all with his thumb. The cool thing about this bass line is a lot of it is with the thumb. He does that like 3 times, and then the third time he goes... There's some muted notes in there, and then he slides, or a hammer on. Now you'll be tempted to pop these, but he actually uses his thumb. And then this bit's kind of cool. And then getting that pattern down is quite a common pattern in slap bass, so thumb, pop, mute. And he's just going chromatically down to the G. At number 2, we have Same Old Love by Anita Baker, released in 1986 on one of my favorite albums of all time, Rapture. Check it out. This is a great example of some very tasty slap bass playing that perfectly supports the song. I'll leave a link below this video to me playing the entire bass transcription with the full backing track tab and notation. Do note that this chorus 1, is different to chorus 2 and 3. The biggest thing that's kind of different is the E flat is on the beat. So in chorus 1, he goes... And then in chorus 2, he does a slightly different rhythm. Also, you gotta check out the bridge on this song as well, where Freddie does some sliding double stops, which is really, really cool. Check it out. And before we go on to the next one, check out these ridiculous slap licks at the end of the track. Moving on to number 3, we have Morph the Cat by Donald Fagen, released in 2006. Make sure to subscribe and like this video so you can help this video get pushed out to more people so they can also become aware of Freddie's amazing legacy. I'm also very close to hitting my goal of getting 10,000 subscribers by the end of this month. So if you want to be notified when I drop a new lesson, as well as help support the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Bassline number 4 takes us back to the disco era with a Let Me Know I Have a Right. Have a quick listen. Here's a really really cool tip I was showing my students the other day. If you want to be able to create these kind of disco moving bass parts, just like this one, I was kind of thinking about this, and it's kind of like a walking bass line. Now, I know this sounds kind of weird, but let me show you what I mean. So if I played this bass part without the higher octaves, and I didn't slap it, and I just made the lower octave a quarter note instead of an eighth note, here's how it would sound. So that's just simple walking bass language. So all you need to do is create a simple walking bass line, or you could go and then just add the octave. And you've got this kind of moving disco bass line. At bass line number 5, we have Music of the Earth by Patrice Rushen. Check it out. You're probably wondering how I'm trying to emulate this awesome slap tone that Freddie's got. Now, I've got my jazz bass, and I've got the neck pickup, or I've rolled it to the neck pickup, and I've got the tone right up, and then I've also got a little bit of compression there. Coming in at number 6, we have Viva de Funk by Joe Sample. Now, this bass line perfectly complements the groove. Pay close attention to the lengths of notes as well while listening to this groove. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite Freddie Washington bassline is, especially if it's not actually on this list, because I'm sure other people watching will want to go and check it out. Bassline number 7 brings us back to Anita Baker with her timeless hit Sweet Love, released in 1986 off the same album we were talking about earlier. Now, Freddie is the backbone to this awesome song, and there's some really cool licks that I actually stole from this bass part that I now use in my own bass playing all the time. So see if you can spot some of these bass licks. And here's the verse and chorus bass part. I love the contrast between the verse groove and then the chorus groove. It's very, very different. The verse has longer notes and the intervals are closer together. It's really just playing the roots. And then the chorus is a more syncopated and funky with larger intervals between notes. So the skeleton groove, I call it, for the verse is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, that's the basic groove. Now check out the space he leaves on beat 2 to let the snare come through the mix. He doesn't play, he plays 2. And that's really key for making this groove sound really cool. On the 5th bar, the verse, Freddie plays this really nice lick that I do play quite a lot. He goes up to the 9th of the B flat, and if you ask any musicians I play with for a long time, they'll know I love to sneak in variations of this lick on other tunes. At bassline number 8, we have Woo Me Baby by Bill Summers. Now I'm going to play the intro, which then goes into the main bass groove. Bassline number 9 is Don't Stop Your Love. Now, I'll be honest, this was probably the hardest one to record on this list, and you'll see why. Now, there's some really cool 16th note slap stuff going on in this bass part. Now, I'll just break down the first couple of bars because there's something really, really cool that I'm starting to incorporate into my own bass playing. So the first bar is just simply short, long, right? And I'm controlling the lengths of notes with my left hand muting, by the way. And then this G sharp is where the magic happens, right? It goes... Woo! Okay, how do we play that? Okay, 2 thumbs. So we got bump, bump, and then this is a 16th note, right? So we got 1 and 2 E and 2 E and 2 pop, mute, thump, and then hammer on, pop. So like a hammer on popped, hammer on. Is that how you say it? Right. So we got. Ooh, that's cool. And then we've got on the 4th beat, we skip out the first 16th note. So 4 E. So on the E, we do a muted note. So we got 4, and then it goes to the C sharp. Right? So we got all together slowly. To the C sharp. At number 10, the one you've probably been waiting for and arguably the most iconic bass line Freddie ever recorded, here is Forget Me Nots by Patrice Rushen. If you'd like to check out the full bass transcription of Freddie playing on Same Old Love with the tab, notation, and backing track, click this video you see on the screen now, and I will see you there.